Puerto Rico, la Isla del Encanto, one of the island's nicknames, which means the Island of Enchantment. On 22nd September 2017, however, there was little enchantment as Hurricane Maria pummeled the island, the aftermath of which decimated the territory and left more than 3,000 people dead. Being U.S. citizens opens the doors for Puerto Ricans to easily migrate to the U.S. mainland without the need of visas. Through the years, Puerto Ricans have used this advantage as a sort of socio-economic safety net. Whenever hardship strikes the island, it's not easy to calculate the number of large migrations from Puerto Rico, but groups of academics from Tampa Bay took up the task. The University of South Florida Contemporary Art Museum presented an exhibition showing how groups of Puerto Rican immigrants fared after the 1-2 punch that was Hurricane Maria and the COVID pandemic.
So they actually present and defend their theses in this museum, and some of them are open to the public, so you can actually watch.
I'm Dr. Alessandra Rosa. I'm a sociocultural anthropologist, and I work at University of South Florida in the Department of Sociology. They were caught in the midst of helping post-disaster migration from Puerto Rico after hurricanes, particularly Hurricane Maria, and how they were adapting or settling into the Tampa Bay area. Every migration story is different, and every experience that we saw was definitely very particular.
Stories like those of Norbert and Joretsi Kos, siblings displaced by Hurricane Maria's devastation.
So when the hurricane came, well, everything was lost. And that's when I decided to move to the States, in this case, in Tampa, Florida. I came here to progress, not to be like a homeless or be struggling and have difficult times. I can say that I got depressed. You don't know no one. You need to start building new friendships. If I move to another state in that moment, I will right now I will just go back to Puerto Rico.
Dr. Rosa makes reference to these back-to-back hardships in the report on Puerto Rican post-disaster migration survey.
We're not crossing political borders because we're U.S. citizens, but we're definitely crossing cultural and linguistic borders. And then not only that migration, but also COVID exposure and when the pandemic hit. So that's why we call it the cascading disaster effect.
After Norbert relocated to Tampa, his sister Joretsi moved to Ohio. She struggled alone with isolation during the COVID pandemic.
Mentally, I was not too well.
But it helped when her brother asked her to stay at their cousin's house in Tampa.
In Florida, I have friends, I have family. I say that Florida is kind of like the backyard of Puerto Rico, because in every corner you will have someone that will know someone that you know, or you will have the truck that will sell Puerto Rican food, or the familiarity. It's more.
Central Southern Florida has a lot more Latinos, Hispanics, a little bit more Spanish, which is also why they feel a little bit more comfortable coming here.
But what happens to an immigrant's sense of identity when they are away from Puerto Rico for so long?
I met a lot of Puerto Ricans there that are really Puerto Ricans, really there. More Puerto Ricans than here in Puerto Rico, because they love the country and they're away from it.
After their cousin was deployed to South Korea, both siblings were forced to move once again. So what's in store for Norbert and Joretsi?
Before I just start this job, I was thinking going back to the island when I quit to Daisy Brown when the hurricane came. So now I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I just, going with the flow, I can say.
We did the same thing here in Florida, in Massachusetts, in California. Wherever you go, you're just gonna find a job. You're gonna do your best at it. You're gonna save money. You're gonna send money home because mama needs money and daddy needs money. And then you go to sleep and wake up and do your job and you keep living.